And you know what's interesting? This word, preliminary. You know, I went to jail preliminarily. You know, I was locked in my house preliminarily. You know, they stole all my money preliminarily. Then I fly to America, a supposedly free country. Let's remember, Romania was communist until 1989. I thought that was a communist nation. I fly to a free nation. Preliminarily, they steal my electronics to preliminarily try and nail a crime on me. My whole life has been preliminarily being destroyed, and no one's managed to come up with any kind of solid case against me ever. And it doesn't matter because I am being wrecked by the process. I beat it in England, I beat it in Romania, and I beat it in Florida. I'll beat it everywhere because I haven't done anything to anyone. And if they think they have evidence to arrest me, I'm sure that's exactly what they're going to do. I'm waiting. I will turn on the kettle at 5 a.m. every morning. Hot coffee for every officer. Let's go. Let's go. Come do it. Let's go. I'm not going anywhere.
Nobody had an issue with you, okay, despite your case going on, until you hopped on to Piers Morgan on October 9th and said that you were pro-Palestine and called it a genocide. I watched overnight, they went from, okay, he's fine. You can talk to Andrew Tate. Everyone wanted to know Andrew Tate, figure out his platform, to a complete 180 and trying to say, well, it's not Christian, it's not this, he's a bad guy. And suddenly everybody wanted to look into Andrew Tate. I watched that happen live, okay?
In this video, Candace Owens and Andrew Tate absolutely go nuclear on Western media and the political establishment. They expose a terrifying reality. The moment you speak out against Israel or criticize their actions, the system comes for you. You get blacklisted, stripped of opportunities, and they will do everything to make your life miserable. We're breaking down exactly what happened when Tate landed in Florida, how a preliminary investigation turned into a raid overnight, and why Candace believes this is direct retaliation for his October 9th comments on Piers Morgan. There are massive details here that the mainstream media is hiding. If you skip, you miss the truth. Watch until the end, because I'm also going to break down the well-researched data on what is actually going on behind the scenes.
So any person who would like to debate me on that, who is a neocon, who is pretending that they've held these perspectives about Andrew Tate forever, since the investigations began, please, I invite you to have that conversation with me, because you're all lying, okay? Let's not dress this up as something that it isn't. This is about Andrew Tate saying something that you don't want him to say because he's too influential. If he took a Likud party position and he said, kill every last Palestinian, he would be governor of Florida.
You know, it's very interesting because I felt it myself. When I had these accusations, everybody understood, well, they've done this to Donald Trump and they did it in New York, and this is happening in Romania, and it's all very old, and the judicial system there can't be trusted, and they haven't even managed to have an election because it's so corrupt, and this doesn't really make sense, and why did they attack him when he got big online? Everyone was on my side until that exact day, and after that day, they all instantly turned on me. The second I said we shouldn't be blowing children to pieces, the second I criticized Israel, that was the day where I lost all of the support from the conservative side. And
was that not me as well? Have we not seen this trend happening over and over and over again? Candace Owens was totally fine. She was never considered anti-Semitic and Adolf Hitler. All of a sudden, she speaks up about a human right violation and says, too many Palestinian children are dying. And what happened to me overnight? They gave me anti-Semite of the year. Every friend. Oh my God, something's happened. This is happening too much. It's too obvious at this point. It's too obvious. It's not even casual. You assassinate, you go after, and you attack people. And the reason that I believe they're doing this to you is because they're losing. Okay, the neocon influence it's waning. Everybody can see that. They can see that in the numbers. Organizations that were big and used to have influence don't anymore. And so when people lose influence, they essentially go, I don't want to do the free markets anymore. I can't win in the free markets. Okay, so how do we just get rid of the competition? These people that purport to love the battle of ideas. Oh, it's about let the best idea win. They're the ones that call for censorship. They were the ones that were telling YouTube to censor my new platform, get rid of Candace, demonetize her, do all these things. I've lived it, Andrew, and that is why I'm very aware of what's happening to you. And I'm sick of people trying to dress it up as something else. Even sicker is I'm trying to pretend that it's like we're doing it because of our Christianity. No, you can no longer win in the free markets of ideas. So you are going after every person who does not hold your personal perspectives about war, because it's no longer favorable. Okay, it's no longer favorable left and right.
Completely right. And you know what? That's one more thing I want to say. I don't know all these people who keep saying that my case in Romania, they pretend they give a shit about it. How much blood am I supposed to give to a foreign, questionable judicial system when I've never even had a trial? They've had 3 years of my life. I've been to jail. I was locked in my house for 2 years. I haven't seen my children. I missed my grandmother's funeral. My mother had a heart attack. I was stuck in Romania with no money, no cars, no access to my passport or my cryptocurrency. All of it was taken away from me. And in the end, they say there's not enough evidence for a trial, and they send it back to be dormant. And people are sitting there saying I should give them more than 3 years of respecting their judicial system and just sit there for the next 5 years having my life wasted by some prosecutor who's funded by George Soros anyway? What kind of clown world are we living in? These people hate me so viscerally. They throw all due process out the window. The people who hate me are going to sit here and pretend that what Florida's doing is a fine, perfectly normal thing, when we all know it is communistic and it is dystopian. This is the Stasi themselves. And it's amazing. I actually love that you said that yourself, Candace, because when I've said that everything changed on October 9th after I criticized Israel's actions, I got called conspiracy theorist. But you felt it. You've seen it. If you have an opinion.
I was told it. You became persona non grata overnight. Literally overnight. It was just Andrew Tate now is this, and slowly everybody was pretending that they were invested in what was happening in Romania, but it had already been happening. It was already happening, and no one cared. And now all of a sudden they're making these strong statements. No one should speak to him. I mean, this is America. What do you mean no one should speak to him? I've been speaking to Harvey Weinstein for 2 years, as I believe he was wrongly convicted. He's a left-leaning, ADL supporting. It doesn't matter to me because this is not the way due process should work. Okay, and people should not be prosecuted because you don't like their ideas or you want something for them. We have to make sure we protect our judicial system. And so when I hear this, they took your technology as soon as you landed. What should be happening right now is left and right pressure should be put on Ron DeSantis and this Attorney General to make a statement as to why that was done, under what grounds a preliminary investigation is done.
You need to stop and really listen to what Candace just said, because it is the most important part of this video. She is proving that this attack on Tate was planned. Think about it. Before October 9th, the politicians and the media were fine with him, but the moment he went on TV and spoke up for the people in Palestine, everything changed. This proves that these leaders are fake. They say they love free speech, but they only protect you if you agree with them. Candace and Andrew are very brave for showing us the truth. They are showing us that if you make the rich people mad, they will try to destroy you. Do you think these politicians are working for us, or are they working for people in other countries? Let me know what you think in the comments.
I want to know, what is the legal route to getting Ron DeSantis' text messages that day? I want to know who was texting Ron DeSantis. Is it a FOIA request? Who was emailing Ron DeSantis and texting him? I don't want your phone. I want his. Okay?
Yeah.
Your phone makes no sense to me. I want Ron DeSantis' phone. I want the Attorney General's phone. I want Utmeyer's phone. I want to know what donors texted you and told you to move, because you were moving for donors and money and corruption, no different than a George Soros DA was doing. And I don't care if it's left or right. Wrong is wrong.
You nailed it. And you know what's interesting? This word, preliminary. You know, I went to jail preliminarily. You know, I was locked in my house preliminarily. You know, they stole all my money preliminarily. Then I fly to America, a supposedly free country. Let's remember, Romania was communist until 1989. I thought that was a communist nation. I fly to a free nation. Preliminarily, they steal my electronics to preliminarily try and nail a crime on me. My whole life has been preliminarily being destroyed, and no one's managed to come up with any kind of solid case against me ever. And it doesn't matter, because I am being wrecked by the process. That's all they want to do. They want to endlessly process me and destroy my reputation, destroy my name, take my money away, and make it incapable. What they're trying to do is make it impossible for anybody to stand next to me, because they know if I endorse somebody, I have power. So they want everybody afraid to affiliate their name with mine because of these stupid garbage charges that they keep preliminarily pulling out of their ass. They never have any evidence for anything. It's all preliminary. And it's truly, I'll be honest, Candace, if I was a slightly more sentimental man, part of me wants to cry, because this is so ridiculous. This is so heartbreaking and so sad. For 4 solid years, every single day, I have protected my reputation. I protected my freedom. I've tried to financially provide for my family and protect my children for 4 solid years. And for the first time in 4 years, I finally had a genuine smile on my face. That private plane to Florida, I land to another preliminary investigation. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I haven't done anything to anybody. You want to find a criminal? There's plenty of them out there. They don't have a victim. They don't have a witness statement. They don't have anyone complaining about me. They don't have a medical record. They have nothing. They have me, who they don't like.
Let's look closely at this because it is actually crazy. Florida says it is a free state, but they are acting like a dictatorship. Andrew Tate is pointing out a huge double standard here. You can make fun of religion or you can hate on America, and they say that is okay. But if you say anything bad about Israel's war, the police come and take your phone immediately. It is scary that leaders like DeSantis listen to their rich friends instead of following the law. Big respect to Candace and Tate for speaking up. They are showing us that our leaders are just puppets. Do you think DeSantis is doing this because he wants to or because he was paid to? Tell me your thoughts below.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And he said there's plenty of evidence. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm supposed to believe that legal process took place within minutes is what he wants us to believe, because he made a statement on the day that you landed that they were opening that preliminary investigation. Now you're telling us they moved to collect your electronics, and we're supposed to believe that it took him, what did you land on Thursday? Did you land on Thursday? Hasn't even been 1 week? So it's so together. It takes years for them to bring about Jeffrey Epstein any charges, but they were able to do this in the state of Florida. They were able to preliminary and then move to a criminal investigation after 5 days. It took them 5 days.
Well, if they had the warrant to take my electronics when I landed, it turns out their preliminary investigation into a criminal investigation took less than that. It took my flight, which is 11 hours, because they already had. I don't think they would announce search warrants before they search. If they were going to raid the house I'm currently in, I guess they would do it before they tell me their search warrants. So I think the search warrants and the subpoenas they're talking about are the ones they've already executed when I landed, and they took all of my electronics. That's what I'm assuming. Perhaps tomorrow morning I'll have guests. But I've had my house raided 6 times. Six times I woke up to guns. 6. And I've never been to jail. So I guess I'm used to it by now. So I'm just going to say yes, sir, no, sir, and comply like I did every other time to keep my life. But it's absolutely incredible. So I'm assuming these subpoenas were actually dragged up in the 11-hour flight. And what I understand from my preliminary investigations is that they were based on the old videos, which I've debunked 1,000 times, which every single girl involved has also debunked, which didn't even take place in Florida. They took place in Romania in 2013. Is there no other crime in Florida? I mean, this is crazy. If you're going to say that a man said something on YouTube, so let's launch a preliminary investigation and take all of his phones and laptops, then let's go get 50 Cent for saying he's a PIMP. I can find a PIMP video of him on YouTube right now. Let's take his What kind of world is this? It's kind of incredible. And part of it is humbling. But truthfully, the way they talk about me, the feminine frame of fear in which my name is used, these people talk about me like I can melt minds. I'm a full-grown man who had just been stuck in Romania for 3 years for absolutely no reason, who finally got freedom back and thought, you know what? To show respect to our commander-in-chief and this new administration, why don't I go home for the first time in nearly 7 years? I could have chosen anywhere. I could have gone Thailand. I could have gone Dubai. I thought, you know what? Let me go home. And this is the welcome I get. And it doesn't matter if you like me. It doesn't matter if you like what I say. It doesn't matter if you agree with me. I deserve a fair trial. You deserve a fair trial. Everybody deserves a fair trial. That is the basis of democracy. That is the American way. And as soon as that is impeded, even against your enemies, sitting at home and saying, well, I don't like Andrew Tate, so it's fine for his rights to be impeded and stampled all over, is the biggest mistake you can make, because after they're done with me, they're going to come for you. Luckily, whether you like me or not, I'm going to fight for all of us.
I totally agree.
I am right here. You know what's funny? I'm such a reasonable man. I am truly not a hardhead like people think. If Ron would have called me privately and said, please just go to another state, you know what I would have said? No problem. I would have just left. I'm not a hard guy to deal with. If I'm really not welcome, I won't stay. I don't want to overstay a welcome. But you want to play these games? I'm right here in Miami. Come get me, arrest me, perp walk me, put me on the news, tell everyone I'm a human trafficker. You think I'm not versed? You think I'm not ready? I'm a Navy SEAL in this shit. Come get me, raid my house, take my stuff. You think I sleep with a full phone full of evidence? You think I don't wipe my phone every night? You think I'm dumb? Come get me, arrest me. Let's do this all over again. I've done it for 4 years in Romania. You think I'm scared of your state jail after an Eastern European gulag? I'm staying right here until the case is concluded, because when I beat it here, then what they're going to say? I beat it in England, I beat it in Romania, and I beat it in Florida. I'll beat it everywhere because I haven't done anything to anyone. And if they think they have evidence to arrest me, I'm sure that's exactly what they're going to do. I'm waiting. I will turn on the kettle at 5 a.m. every morning. Hot coffee for every officer. Let's go. Let's go. Come do it. Let's go. I'm not going anywhere.
And this is the bigger picture that the mainstream media refuses to cover. We are watching a weaponization of the justice system in real time. Think about the timeline we just broke down. Tate lands in Florida, a place that claims to be the capital of freedom, and immediately, without a trial, without a crime, they seize his electronics and launch a preliminary investigation. Why? Because, as Candace said, he stopped being useful to the establishment the moment he humanized the people in Gaza. It is honestly disgusting to watch how quickly these politicians like DeSantis will fold to their donors. They are not investigating crimes. They are hunting for one because they need to silence a powerful voice that refuses to read their script. It is rare to see people with this much influence risking their safety and their freedom just to tell the truth about what is happening in the Middle East. Whether you like Tate or not, you have to respect the courage it takes to stand against this machine. This isn't just about Andrew Tate anymore. This is a warning message to anyone else who thinks about speaking up. If they can do this to him, imagine what they can do to you.